Welcome to Monday Night TPK. Alright, hey guys, welcome to Monday Night TPK. I am back doing an introduction this week. I am Kyle. I am DMing this 5th edition real play Dungeons and or Dragons game. We are currently getting our Tomb of Annihilation on. Sitting around the table with me are 4 just pristine examples of what it means to be a giant bag of meat and water.
Yeah, it's pretty much the way I am.
Hey Dana.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm fine. I think maybe I need a little bit more water though.
Need some more water?
My ratio's off.
I've got some delicious soda in my cup over here.
Soda. I'm good.
You're good. You don't want any of my soda?
No.
I've got some coffee left too. Yeah, right. Let's see here, Matt. You're not ready or paying attention. How you doing?
I am sort of paying attention. I was listening. I was looking at our Facebook page. Thank you.
We have a Facebook page?
We do have a Facebook page.
Holy crap.
Which you can view at Monday Night TPK. And I noticed, because I pay attention to things, that a person named Kyan Derrick likes pretty much everything we post. So I appreciate you, our one fan.
I figured he was like
Yay.
one of your friends or something.
I have no idea who he is.
No idea.
Wow.
So we appreciate you.
It's me.
Just so you know. It is not Ryan.
It's not secretly Ryan. Yeah, I just assume that anyone who interacts with us on the World Wide Web must be
Once in
like
a while,
family or something.
If you've seen Alicia, which you know Alicia.
Yeah, I know Alicia.
Alicia likes things once in a while, but this person has liked pretty much every post. So I appreciate you.
They must be a bot.
I mean, it could be.
It's probably a bot.
If you are not a bot and you hear this episode, drop us a line.
Gosh, this is episode, what is this?
12?
13?
13.
Episode 13 and episode 6 launched today
Yep.
as we're recording things. So,
Yeah.
in like 6 or 7 weeks.
Right? Month and a half.
Yeah, right? Whatever.
You're like, wait, who are you?
Just know that we
I will remember
appreciated
you.
you a month and a half ago.
Who haven't I called on yet?
You both point.
Why pointing?
We both
What?
point to Sam.
Sam, how you doing?
I'm pretty good.
Happy to hear it. I won't pick any more. Ryan,
What do you want, Kyle?
your eternal love and affection.
You have always had that.
Aw. Alright.
I think you bought it.
I mean, I was going to give you a point of
I have
inspiration.
yours.
I still have it.
I say the same thing.
Kyle, I have a question for
What's up, Sam?
you. What kind of coffee did you have today?
I had what was it,
Butterscotch.
Dana? A butterscotch latte from Big B.
Ooh.
Yum.
Yeah, I was feeling the butterscotch. It sounded good.
Big B's not an official sponsor of Monday Night TPK.
Thank you, Ryan.
Nope.
We appreciate
Just,
that.
I just buy their coffee sometimes.
I had a tea latte. Specifically African Autumn. And it was good.
I wondered. I didn't recognize your little tea.
Yeah, I decided I had the chai tea too much.
Fair enough.
Switch it up.
Fair enough.
Cool. Alright. So, in lieu of a traditional recap, we're going to move on to the best part of this podcast. Best and I think most concise and well-written part of this podcast. This is what...
TPK.
Oh, that's coming. Don't worry. No, this is the part where Sam reads her notes.
We actually fight something.
This is where Sam reads her notes from the last session.
Alright. So, last time, we started by asking the innkeeper at Kaya's where the golden throne was. Then we stopped by the blacksmith on our way there, which was kind of backtracking, then forward tracking, but Brielle got her sword back. It started raining, and we learned that Rixer counts standing in the rain as taking a shower. It stopped raining, and we continued to walk onto the golden throne, and Rixer got pooped on by a parrot. We learned that the golden throne is on a hill. We found a temple with fountains, in which Rixer attempted to clean out her hanky that Gilly gave her.
His hanky.
His hanky. Dang nabbit! Pronouns are hard. Sorry.
Okay.
Dana / Rixer. I'm fixing it right now. Alright. So, Rixer attempted to clean out his hanky, and this upset the dwarves. We learned that the fountain and temple were to Gond, the god of engineering and craftsmanship. A little bit later, Montwood did a magic trick, which roughly translates to casting prestidigitation on the hanky. Then we came upon a temple of Severus, the god of wizards and truth. We decided to keep going because we wanted to meet Joe Ball during his office hours. So we got to the Golden Throne. Rixer made a scene walking into the entranceway, and that got one of the employees' attention, so they came to help. We were led to Joe Ball's waiting room, where we played some waiting games for a couple hours.
Yep.
Montwood also attempted to sneak into 12 into Joe Ball's office, but was quickly dismissed. After 2 hours, Rixer, Montwood, and Brielle decided to head back to the Temple of Severus, and Gilly just decided to wait for Joe Ball.
Fantastic, Sam. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Now that I know where you guys are, we get to officially split the party.
Whoop, whoop.
Nothing could go wrong.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
So Gilly and half of Montwood are going to stay behind the Golden Throne,
Oh, that's right.
and Brielle, Rixer, and the other half, the lesser half of Montwood, are going to go to the Temple of Severus in order to get some sort of questions answered. I'm not sure what you guys are going to be asking when you get there, but I figure I'll figure it out when you do.
I have a couple.
Cool.
Richard has a couple too.
I can't wait.
I'm sure he does.
All right, so it's probably pushing 5 or 6 o'clock p.m.ish by the time the three. You're not really Musketeers, and you're not
Nope.
Amigos.
Nope.
But by the time you three,
Nuisances? Meddling kids.
no, I like nuisances. The
Okay.
3 nuisances. Yeah. So by the time the 3 nuisances leave the waiting room and kind of head towards the exit of Golden Throne, a lot of the people that had been here a couple hours ago have mostly left. You still see a few people milling around, but it's getting a lot quieter. You hit the streets, and you can see definitely like the sun in the sky is heading towards dusk, but you're not there yet. And a lot of the people are starting to like disperse a little bit. There's still a fair amount of foot traffic, and dinosaur traffic, of course, but it's definitely calmed down some. You can cross the walk bridge and head towards the temple. And while a couple hours ago when you were here, there were again tons of people coming in and out. There are people around, but you don't really see anybody coming in or out of the building. Can I assume you're just going to head to the main entrance and
Yeah.
come in? Sure. You can head inside, and it seems to be almost deserted. Everywhere you're going to see a lot of like rich tapestries and wall hangings, kind of covering most of the walls. There's a immediate smell of incense kind of fills your nostrils. Far into this building, and it's relatively well lit. There are braziers interspersed here and there. They don't seem to be giving up any heat to add to the sweltering heat. It's already there. Being a temple dedicated to wizards and mysticism, etc., etc., you can very easily assume these are some sort of magical braziers producing the light. And you can the temple kind of branches forth into several different hallways, and even though you don't see anyone, you can clearly hear voices coming down the leftmost hallway. But otherwise, you are alone with 4 other. How many paths did I say? 4, I think.
Yeah.
4 other paths before you.
Richard will be looking at the tapestries, stop at each one and admire it. Is there dinosaurs in any of them?
No, in fact, these are actually all well, no, I'm sorry. There are 2 different motifs present and they seem to be different depictions of the god Sabris.
Okay.
So in some of them there are just like an enormous, just staring eye, and in others there is what looks to be like a crystal orb containing many kind of glowing eyeballs, just kind of like suspended in it on top of a table.
Okay.
And it just sort of alternates along the walls in this.
Yeah, he spends like same amount of time at each of them, even if it's exactly the same as what he's already seen.
With a passive 16, do I see any like priests or anything walking around?
Nope. You're in some sort of like a entry foyer, and other than there's 4 different paths. And you can clearly hear some voices coming down the leftmost.
I
But
thought you said I could hear somebody.
yeah, you can't. You're probably too far away without like really straining to listen to like know what they're saying per
Right.
se. But like, it's clear there's at least, you would guess, 2 to maybe 3 to 4 different voices.
Okay. Brielle will kind of gesture to head towards those voices and see if we can.
Before we go any further, let me do a quick pop over, check on our friend.
99 bags of sack potatoes in the cellar. 99 bags of
Just
sack potatoes.
Lean on, Rixer, and then
Just
You
like,
take one out.
look down.
Make mashed potatoes
toast it
and
again.
98 sacks of potatoes in the cellar. 98 sacks of potatoes.
switch back. She's fine.
That was a good nap.
Yeah, that might happen a couple times. Just catch me.
Okay, I'll do that.
I don't want to suffer a head injury again.
Brielle again makes the hand gesture to move along.
Richter will follow.
Yeah, so you guys can head down this corridor, and it's a pretty long hallway. Every so often you see there's a closed door on either side. It looks like it's definitely like past traditional hours or something. And the voices are getting louder and louder. Give me perception checks as you guys get closer.
I'm gonna do a roll for something else first.
What's up?
So I rolled a 15 for my stealth
Yeah, same.
because Rixer isn't necessarily trying to be stealthy, just quiet.
Okay.
Because he knows he's in a temple, he's supposed to be quiet.
You guys are all actually maybe a little bit impressed at how quiet and respectful Richter seemed to be.
And then, sorry, perception?
Yes, please.
21.
Alright. So, I'm looking at some nat 20s
The 2 nat 20s.
for Montwood and Gilly. I'm sorry, not Gilly, Brielle. One of these days I'll get your names right.
Yeah.
Really.
And you can hear at least one person who sounds like they're a native Chultan just by the manner in which they speak. And
accent.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you can hear 2 other speakers. They sound like they're humanoid. You can't see anything yet. It's a little bit further down, and the hallway kind of like turns a little bit. From their accents, you're going to assume they're not Chultan.
Okay.
And you're going to hear the Chultan kind of, and it seems to be like you're coming in mid-conversation. The man's voice saying, I tell you again, I cannot help you. I do not know anything of what you're looking for, and I have never seen this person in my life. And one of the other 2 voices that you kind of hearing back and forth is gonna say that I don't think you're telling me the truth, and I will not walk out of here empty-handed. I am willing to pay for your services, and you will help us in our search. And there's definitely like a bit of like anger or frustration in their voice.
How far away does it seem they are?
You could guess. I mean, again, the hallway kind of like curves a bit.
Priest of Sabris can only tell the truth. Should we intercede?
You would guess, I don't know, 30 to 50 feet away down the hallway.
Brielle's gonna start picking up the pace a bit.
Richter will follow.
You-
Something might be wrong.
She nods her head.
So, I mean, like, what is your intention here? Are you going to try not to be seen? Are you going to try to be seen? Like, what is your goal? So I got to know how to, like, describe this.
She's gonna. You said the hallway rounds.
Yes.
So it'd be kind of hard to use the hallway to peek around and use. I guess we're just gonna have to pop out if we can't use the environment to hide ourselves.
I mean, conceivably, if someone's being really, really stealthy, they could like hug the curve of the wall a little bit and kind of like look
That's
closely.
Part of my forte. I can try to stealth it.
On a hand.
She will. Brielle will like hold up her hand to stop, and have you guys wait. And then she's going to sneak up. Where's my stealth? That is a 17 stealth.
Yeah, you're able to make out that just around the edge of the corner, looks like it kind of dead ends almost into a larger sitting room or waiting room, not dissimilar to what you saw in Golden Throne.
Okay.
And there's a set of large double doors that are closed that are kind of like the hallway. If you had gone straight down the hallway, you would kind of run into the doors, but
Okay.
it also widens out on either side for the sitting room. And standing in this sitting room is facing you a tall, thin Chalton man wearing robes that have the symbolism of Savers on them. Long white beard. He's standing. He is kind of leaning on like a cane, but doesn't seem to be doing so. Like not like it's all propping him up. He's just maybe it's a status thing. And with their backs to you, you see three still human men, kind of a paler skin and blonde hair. Definitely don't look like they're native to Chult, as you had assumed. Dressed in black leather armors, and you can kind of see under their cloaks that they have swords and weapons. And there are sort of three of them, and there's the one older man. They have a bag of what would be a traditional like a money bag or a small
Right.
like coin sack in their hand. Like one guy is like kind of shaking it furiously, while the other man is like talking very animatedly, and the third is standing quietly.
Okay. Other than the shaking aggressiveness, none of them have their weapons
Correct.
drawn or anything.
Correct.
Okay. Brielle will point to Montwood and gesture to come up, but I don't know how she's gonna do this. Take her hands and kind of like move them really slow,
Oh,
like
yeah.
to gesture, creep up.
Why don't you roll me an insight on that, Marwood?
Totally.
Perhaps as time goes on, we can do this with advantage, but
It wasn't at 20, but it stuck on 17.
you
so
got it. You can understand it.
23.
I mean, your goal was a 10.
That's a precaution. Oh my god, just give me a d4. Should I do this? Yeah, I'll just roll it naturally. I don't have time to look it up. I'll slowly approach. Carefully.
Is this your stealth check?
Yeah,
Ooh. Do you have an inspiration point?
I do. I will use that.
That's better.
That was weird.
Yeah.
It's weird, but
Like bounced up.
So that's a 19.
Nobody seems to react to any of you.
as he's creeping up, she's gonna just take a piece of parchment and write on it really fast, so that he doesn't have to look around the corner what she saw.
Okay.
Telling him that they're being aggressive, this man could be in trouble, but she can't say anything to try and stop them. You're going to have to intervene, but I will be there for backup.
What
Are you sneaking up there now?
Rickster has a 15 on starting to sneak. Like once he realizes he's not doing a great job, he'll stop.
Kyle,
You beat their passive.
the way you describe these priests,
There's one
One priest?
One priest and three guys that are getting
way you
pretty aggressive
described
with the
him?
priest.
would it be possible for Montwood to pass himself off as one?
You don't have any iconography,
No. That's fine.
but maybe. I mean, you're
It was just an amusing
dusty
idea.
looking old dude.
Yeah. Although I'm not that old. Sure. Well, I guess I will just
She writes in the note that this could turn bad.
cautiously and carefully enter the room, not doing any particular effort to stealth or hide my presence.
Well, their passive is a 14, so I'm
Brielle
going to
walks
just assume
around
that if
the
you're
corner
just
with it.
walking up, they're going to be aware of you then.
She also as we're walking around, she gestures to Rixer to.
Who's like
To
3
move up.
feet behind you.
And she looks back like.
So you three come around the corner, and the three men in the black leathers stop talking and turn. Then they kind of look at each other, and the old man kind of smiles a little bit and says, "Welcome, guests, to the Temple of Savris. I will be happy to attend your needs in just a moment, as soon as I'm done talking to these fine gentlemen." And the three men are not like give me insight checks as you kind of read their body language.
I was gonna ask if I could do that. That's okay, not great.
A total of 20.
19.
19,
Oh,
20.
I'm trained in that. That's an 11. No, wait, sorry, 12.
Brielle, you're definitely getting that they're very uncomfortable
Yeah.
with you guys showing up. Rixer and Montwood, it looks like whatever they've been wanting to say, they really, really don't want to say it around other people. And within moments of you standing there, the coin purse that had been produced kind of just disappears into one of their cloaks. And one of them will say to the end, "We will be back, and you will do as we ask. You will help us find this man." And they turn and very just haughtily file past you guys.
Probably shoulder bump one of us.
Yeah.
kind of
Rixer's
thing,
gonna
yeah.
glare at them with his hand on his axe handle.
Intimidation, I'm assuming?
It's a 9.
You have
Wait,
inspiration.
inspiration. Yeah, I'm gonna use inspiration. There we go. So it's gonna be 20.
That's pretty good. Ooh, that's pretty good too. It's gonna be a 19. They kind of frown at you, and kind of put on this again. You can tell they're kind of puffing themselves up a little bit.
Hmm.
Stay in your lane. Don't mess with things that you don't know about. And they just keep walking. As you guys can hear them marching down the hallway pretty clearly. And the old man just kind of continues to stand there, a little bit shaken, but you can see him kind of coming back into himself and kind of calming himself down a little bit, trying not to be obvious that he was shaken, but nonetheless.
Rixer's shoulders kind of soften a little bit, like he maybe lost half an inch.
Unclench?
Yeah, not.
Brielle was standing
Yeah.
pretty stiff too, and then
Not
once
puffing
they're
himself
gone,
up as
she
much
lets
anymore.
herself lax.
Yeah.
After a few moments of listening to them depart, the old man gets a great big smile on his face.
Hope I was interrupting.
"Oh, you came at the best possible time. I feel blessed, and I thank the gods." And he kind of does a quick hand gesture of a prayer. That you came when you did. I did not. And he kind of doesn't want to give away all of his business, and he kind of stops himself in mid sentence. And
We heard raised voices and thought we should intercede.
I definitely appreciate that. You came again at a most fortuitous time. And he kind of stands there for a moment just in thought. I suspect they will return, but knowing that they are here and what they want, I can be ready for them next time. It is of no concern.
She writes on a piece of parchment. Brielle writes on a piece of parchment and hands it to him that says, "What exactly did they want?"
They are seeking a man. No one I had ever heard of. They were willing to pay an extremely large amount for for my services, helping them locate him. But I don't know who this man is. But I hope they do not find him. These men. He can shake his head. I do not trust them. I do not. I don't know what they need with him, but it cannot be good.
Who are they looking for?
A man by the name of Artis Simber.
I don't know that person either.
He shrugs. Again, whoever this Simber is, I truly hope he is not found.
Yeah.
For the record, Ryan's jaw hit the floor when I said that. And what is it that I can do for you three? I'm sure you would not come here so late in the afternoon if it was not something important. What brings you to Port Ninezaru?
That's...
And I'm sorry, my name is Grandfather Zatembe. I apologize for not introducing myself sooner. I am head priest of this grand temple that you stand in.
I give a knowing look to Rixer, and can we just call you grandfather?
Yes, my child. Many do.
I've never had a grandfather before.
He kind of gives you a sad smile. I'm sorry to hear that, my son.
But... are you my father or my grandfather?
I am head priest in this temple. Grandfather is a title.
Right. Okay. Well, if those guys come back, you should let me know. And he kind of like changes his voice to be more like kind of monotone, like he has said this multiple times, like, I charge for my services, but I will be more than happy to provide a reasonable rate for your safety.
He nods and he will say, I appreciate your candor and I appreciate your willingness to help out an old man. I feel as if now that I know that these men are here, I can take care of myself.
Okay.
But thank you, sir.
Okay.
But again, you have come here for a reason other than to help out an old man. You've come to this city for something, I'm sure.
We have the sheets from that board, right?
Yeah.
We pulled those?
Yeah.
I will pull those out of my pack and then give him to Mama because he can speak. I cannot.
So we're supposed to be looking for a recommendation for a guy to Chalt.
Oh yes, Joe Ball. He is a good one to speak to.
We were supposed to speak with Joe Ball, but we've been waiting for
A
a
long
long
time.
time. Which reminds me, excuse me a second.
Oh my, is he
Catch him.
is he okay?
He's just tired.
Shake my hand and say
Very,
gesture.
very tired.
42 sacks of potatoes in the cellar. 42 sacks of potatoes. You take one out and make hash browns.
She's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So you have been in search of guides.
Yeah.
And you have tried to see Joe Ball, and I'm guessing he has played the I'm too busy to see mere commoners card.
Brianna just shakes her head.
That he chuckles a little bit. That is too common. That is too common. Unless you have an appointment or have something interesting or good to give them, the merchant princes they're so very difficult to be seen.
I have some fruit. We could have given him fruit. Oh, we don't think he likes fruit?
Brianna just shakes her head no.
Oh, okay.
We'll have to powwow to see if we have any thing interesting to give them. This doesn't fall
Can't
through.
he answer our question?
These are
Grandfather?
questions. Yes. I guess my question is: would either of these two people lead us astray that you know of?
He is going to. You're giving him the cards of Iku and Gondola and
these two groups of people.
Yes. But one card has Iku, the other card has Frey.
Miguel and Tulio. Furio and Gondolo.
Fabio and Gondola.
Close enough.
Rixer will point at the card with the two guys and be like, they have a triceratops.
Oh my. Well, I have never met these two men. I know nothing of their triceratops.
Oh.
I don't deal much with the guides of this city. That is not my expertise. But Iku, I know Iku well. She and I go way back. She is a fantastic person. She is a good friend, and if you can convince her to help you, she would be a great asset to whatever it is that you seek.
Can I see her card?
I was just gonna ask that too. Yeah.
Didn't you guys keep them?
I don't think so. I think
No,
you
that's
put them back
pretty
in your notes folder.
All right.
And
Hey, wasn't a wild goose chase.
We got the
Okay.
answer on one of them.
Here are their cards.
So Iku was, the lure of pillaging the antiquity, God, I can't read, of Chult is a temptation. I appeal to those who find fulfillment in doing actual good in the world. I seek to rid the jungle of evil. There are many ruins and ancient temples that must be reclaimed so that the spirits of nature can return to their sacred places and live in peace. There are evil impostors who seek to blind you with promises of gold, but will only guide your throats to the blades. My rates are standard, 5 gold pieces a day, 30-day payment up front, blah blah blah. Portion goes to pay off the merchant Prince Joe Ball. The rest she gives to charity.
Rixer's gonna furrow his brow. If there was something about her, with that guy we're trying to see, do you know anything about the two of them? It says on the paper. Can I see it? And like Rixer will like quickly like read it over. Oh yeah. A small portion goes to pay off the merchant Prince Joe Ball. Why does she have to do that? Do you know?
Sure. Joe Ball regulates and licenses the guides in this city, the official guides at least. They are official because, of course, Joe Ball is one of the 7 princes of the city, and his niche, as it were, is the guides. Many people come here and seek of the great wealth and lost treasures that our land holds, and Joe Ball, as I said, helps to regulate this. And in exchange for being a part of the name distribution service that Joe Ball provides, they have to pay a part of their wage back to him. It's his cut, as it were.
Oh, I thought maybe she was in trouble with him. It's not good to have to owe people.
Guides in this city mostly get in trouble when they do not give a cut to Joe Ball.
Okay, that's good that she does what she's supposed to then.
She is a very good person.
Okay, I like her.
What is it that brings you into our city?
We're looking for something.
I assumed, or you wouldn't be looking for a guide. What is it you're trying to find?
We don't know. It's in the jungle. There's zombies out there though.
There are-
Priests of Cerberus like the truth, right? That's an artifact called the Soulmonger.
There it is. I was trying to remember when I was going through the notes, and I was gonna write it down.
Soulmonger. What is? I have never heard of such a thing. What is it?
Brielle just kind of shrugs and
It might
does
be
the I
tied
don't
in
know.
with the death curse.
Yeah, the death curse.
The death curse. There's
I don't know if I remember that right.
there's nothing in our jungle that has to do with the death curse. That is absurd. What
That lady said there was.
lady?
What was her name?
Silva.
Yeah.
So honest.
No,
Oh, that's WoW again.
wrong death curse.
You guys mean Syndra Selvine.
That's it.
Syndra.
Silva?
See, that's what threw me off too. I was like, you said that, and I was like, ah.
Either way, he's going to tell you that he doesn't know the name. That is. I don't know who this Syndra Selvine is.
She brought us here.
She brought you to Port Zaro in the hopes of finding this. You called it a soulmonger.
Yep.
Yes.
Somewhere in our jungles.
Yep.
Brielle's just nodding her head, yes.
That is distressing. I hope this is not true. He's gonna kind of think for a second. You have helped me greatly. if you would be willing to provide the cost of materials, I have guides I can consult who may be able to lead us further to answer this question. It's an expensive ritual to cast. There's a lot of rare herbs and spices that must be
I don't like spicy
procured.
stuff.
But if you're willing to make a donation, I think I could possibly help you.
These guys can't lie, right? They can only tell you the truth. That's from what we know.
You know that this is a temple, like, for a god, like, let's see here, wizards, fortune tellers, diviners, and those who unfailingly speak the truth regardless of whether listeners want to hear it.
So, from my knowledge and what Mountwood had said about them, he shouldn't be lying right now just to get money for the church.
I mean, if you want to throw an insight,
I was
you can
going
throw an
to,
insight.
but I wanted to make sure that they weren't like, that's a pretty good insight, though. Can't remember, do I have insight? I do. 21.
He seems to be very earnest.
Bria will write on a piece of parchment that and hand it to Mountwood that says he seems on the up and up.
Richter leans over to read it.
Yeah. As a cleric myself, would I be aware of such a spell that or ritual that allows people to do that? I think you're pretty sure I am. I just can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I don't actually have the name of the spell in my notes here.
Wheel and wool?
Do you like go through the whole game recognize game and pick his brain on what the spell is or what the ritual is, or
I was asking for my own knowledge.
I know there's a spell that works like this. It's again, the spell is not the way the spell works is described in my notes, not the name of the spell. But he will tell you he would consult with his guides and conduct a ritual, but the ritual takes 24 hours to complete.
That's not bad. We still have time to go see the dinosaur races.
I mean, they're like
2 days out.
Yeah,
from
we still
now.
have time.
Bria will write on the parchment that we were planning on not leaving till tomorrow anyways. At least.
Has his back turned to them all. Not paying attention. He's just looking around the room.
What would you need for this ritual?
If you can spare 25 gold pieces, it will go towards, again, making sure the temple's resources stay where they need to be.
I have it.
I have it. I have 74.
Oh,
but I was thinking. I mean, that's only less than 9 gold a piece if we split it.
How much does it cost for the guide? What is 5?
See, that's why I don't want to drop a bunch of money.
Times 30.
Give me one of the cards so I can. Iku's.
150.
She's 5 gold, 30 days up front. Yeah.
150.
150. Oh, it's 150. That's a lot.
Hope you win big at those dinosaur races. Win big at those dinosaur races.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've got 74.
You got 63.
54.
Gilly has 109.
Okay, we're probably good then.
Yeah, we should be good. So if we divide up his payment, that's only 9 gold each.
Mm-hmm.
It's less than 9 gold. It's 8.3.
You also have to think about rations and stuff.
We should have rations already if you bought stuff.
I think I did though.
We haven't used our rations because we've been eating at the
Right. Yeah, like
the
I bought a
taverns
bunch
and
of
stuff.
rations before we left and everything.
We should all at least have 10 days worth of rations, and then I know you bought more on top of that. So so yeah, if we split this, we'd still even if one person dumped 25 and then didn't contribute to the 150, we'd still definitely have enough for the 150. It's gonna pretty closely break us, but I mean at this point I think we're all pretty ready to go into the jungle and we shouldn't have to buy anything else. As ready as we can be anyways.
Hey guys, do we have enough gold? So I'm guessing all of that was meta.
Yeah, that was all out of
Yeah.
game. Because Brielle can't actually talk to you
Right,
guys
yeah.
about that.
Do we have enough gold to pay for the guide?
Brielle will write on a sheet, on a parchment, that she doesn't know how much money Gilly has but between the three of us, we should have pretty close. And with her addition, because she knows she has gold,
Mm-hmm.
she just doesn't know how much.
Okay, well that's good because it's gonna be really expensive. So are we done here?
She already sent a parchment. I say we give him the gold and stay another 24 hours.
I agree.
Give him the gold.
The 25. She writes 25 gold.
Oh, we're just gonna just Okay, I have 25 gold.
She also then writes up, we can divide it between the three of us.
Oh, okay. And I'll just count and look at you. 1, 2, 3.
Father Zatembe, during this whole exchange, is standing there, smiling.
Is this enough? 7, 8, 9?
And she holds up her hand to stop.
I'll put.
So you guys collectively are able to front 25 pieces of gold,
Yep.
and he thanks you and says that he will consult with his guys and come back about this time tomorrow, and he'll have an answer for you.
Can't do it any sooner.
He'll shake his head no. I will look deep into I will consult my guides and have them look deep into the jungle, and to do a thorough job, considering we don't know where we're looking, it will take a solid day.
Okay. That sounds good. I like it.
Fantastic. Thank you, my son.
Richard's going to smile a little. If he wasn't so green, his cheeks might be red.
What color would that be, Dana? Brown?
Yeah.
Purple?
No, it'd be brown because green and red are across from each other on the color wheel. So brown, yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else I can do for you three?
I had a question.
Yes.
And Richard's going to pull out one of the fruits. What is this called again?
This is looks like a spine fruit.
Is that its name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
This is it.
No, I just saw the price tag.
So like he's saying the name is spine fruit.
Or
only
did
gives
I
you
call
that.
them spike fruit? What did I call them?
I don't know.
It's the title of episode like 10 or something.
What I've written down is orange and blue.
The title
spine
of episode 10 is Spiked Fruit.
Okay, if the title of episode 10 is spike fruit, then they're called spike fruit.
Okay. Oh, because they have spikes on them.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Is there anything else that I could help you with?
Brielle shakes her head no.
Thank you very much for your assistance and wisdom.
He'll nod deeply. And thank you for helping me and getting those nasty men to go away. Again, I hope they do not find this Mr. Simber.
Mm-hmm.
So from Ryan's reaction, this is a common character in D&D, because Ryan knows who it is. Can we roll a history check? Because Brielle's been around a lot, considering her background.
Do it.
She might know this person's name. That's a natural 20, my friend.
Holy cow.
Which puts my history up to a 22.
You don't know.
Don't know.
You don't know. I had a target in mind, but you didn't get there.
I can't get there.
Then-
That's the best
then
I
you
can
can't
do.
get there. I didn't know what your bonuses were going to be.
My bonus is a plus 2 because
Unless,
I don't have
guidance from the spirits. 25.
You guys have never.
The gift of pre cast that on me.
Yeah.
You guys have no idea who Artist Simber is.
Brielle does this same thank you gesture that she did to the forge guy with the like a little shake of the hand and a bow.
He nods his head deeply and like, thank you.
Thank you too. Bye, grandfather.
Goodbye, my child. And I'm assuming you about face.
Yeah, we head back. Well, Brielle heads back. I assume they follow.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I mean, your whole time in the temple there didn't even take probably 20 minutes, real, maybe 20, 30 minutes the most.
Okay.
Rickster is even more well behaved and quiet, leaving the temple, then coming in.
Cool. You guys don't see anybody the whole way back.
We're going back to Joe Ball's place.
I would assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where Brielle will start heading back unless
So
you guys
if
stop
it's
her.
uneventful on the way back,
It is.
okay. When we get within 100 feet there, I'll switch back over to Rat's perspective, and at this point, I can start mentally commanding him to do stuff. So kind of the Rat will start twitching around and running around in circles.
Oh, so when you go to the rat, through its eyes, you just see Gilly eye level with 12, with a little piece of the fruit, going, "Come on, little buddy. I know it's not cheese, but it's the closest thing we're gonna get till it's dinner time. Oh, I really need dinner. I really need dinner. Come on, little buddy." And it starts twitching. She's like, "Ah! Hello? Why are you flailing? Are you allergic?"
What'd you say?
Are you allergic?
Rixer will be
It's a
carrying
good way to
Gauntlet, by the
convey
way.
that we're on our way without freaking her out.
You're a rat, dude. You tell
She's
me.
already freaked out.
I'll just skid her by the door and then skid her back over to where.
What is it, boy?
You're pretty sure that Lassie fell down a well.
Yeah.
Not Timmy, it's Lassie.
Right.
You guys were able to enter Golden Throne. There's no people around as far as you can tell or see. But the door's open. You do see, as you get closer to the hallway where Joe Ball is at, there are a couple guards standing that you didn't see previous outside of the hallway. But they don't really even acknowledge you as you return to the waiting room with Gilly. Still waiting.
Oh, hey, guys.
Hi. We met grandfather. He was really nice. He's gonna cast a spell for us.
Okay.
Yeah, Rio can tell you the rest.
Gilly signs to you and tells you everything that just took place.
I signed to myself.
I can't even get my own name right. Let alone Kyle. Brielle signs
Okay.
to Gilly
Mhm.
about everything that just happened. So I'm hoping you paid attention because I'm not going to reiterate it.
Yeah, it's in the
radio.
notes.
Okay.
Sam's awesome.
I know
Okay.
she is. There's
Oh.
a reason why I'm with her.
Aw.
Aww.
Okay. Well, so I was here and I kept myself occupied. And is 12 allergic to fruit? Because I gave him some fruit and he started acting real weird.
I don't think he is. He's not technically alive.
Fair point. But that Joe Ball never came out of his office.
She tells you that we're going to probably go with Iku.
Grandfather said that
Highly
he
recommended.
wouldn't see us unless maybe we had something interesting. But I don't think he'd like this fruit.
I think I might have something interesting.
Brielle shakes her head again.
Well,
Probably
that's
not.
okay because I like the fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
Can-
you have enough?
Yeah, I'm good, but I need some dinner because I'm kind of hungry.
Okay. That's a good
Brielle
idea.
signs it is getting pretty late.
Gilly's stomach audibly, like, growls. Yeah, I know. It said it wanted cake earlier.
Brielle signs cake specifically.
Yeah.
Just imagine that cartoon element with
Okay.
12 on a rotisserie.
I got hungry.
We just won't cook.
Poof. It takes me an hour to bring that back.
You catch her, like, mid-spigot, and she's like, ooh, this is awkward.
So you guys are standing there making small talk, retelling what grandfather Zatembe told you, etc., etc. It's been about 3 hours total since Gilly arrived, and door opens.
Hey,
and a man, same tall man that 12 saw the first time, comes out and he says that Jobal will see you now. We have been most busy. I am so sorry if you have been inconvenienced by your wait.
Yes!
Should we just leave now?
Brielle's just face palming and rubbing her forehead, very frustrated.
Maybe he does want some fruit.
Yes.
Okay.
It'd be a nice little slappy slap if we just left.
Yeah, Brielle just kind of signs, should we just go?
Richter starts like walking towards the doors, like to go in.
But I waited, but there's dinner. So Gilly's like going back and forth between the two doors. Waited, and dinner. Wait, is there cake?
Brielle signs there can be cake, and then she turns around and starts walking out.
Richter, never mind, there's cake. Come on.
Oh, yeah, cake is way better than fruit.
Bye.
You rolled a
Bye.
d4 and how long it was going to take, didn't you?
That was D6.
Oh.
Yeah. And the man just kind of like watches you walk away. Well, that is rude.
Brielle
And he closes the door.
Brielle flips a finger before he closes the door as she's walking away.
I hope they don't know our names.
They don't. We did not give them.
So you
I
guys,
mean, you might be easy to find, though.
Right.
We didn't really do anything wrong.
No.
We just got fed up with
We got fed up
waiting and got our
waiting.
own answers.
Yeah.
no, you probably went the better route going to
Going to the church.
grandfather than
Yay, go me.
Joe Ball.
Yeah, that was a really good idea.
I mean, he would have seen you, and you may have gotten similar information from him, or not.
I mean, he would have known more of them that we could have narrowed down, but this still works.
Yeah.
Go back to Eku's thing. I kind of, I agree with her stuff.
Yeah. She's not the one that was like
No,
ridiculing everyone.
she's not Savage
She
Wendy.
she just says, you know, that the other people all can't be trusted, but she doesn't like directly pinpoint like,
Right, yeah.
faults or anything. So
Cool. So you guys can head back, I'm assuming, towards Naya's house, or not
Kaya's house.
Kaya's house of
yeah.
I miss Kaya.
House?
decomposing?
Decomposing. Yeah.
It's starting to get towards like dusk. The sun is starting to set. With it comes great like relief from the heat
Right.
that's been all day long. You can see kind of like the stars in the sky. It's actually quite a beautiful night.
Is there like a little bit of a breeze that's kind of
Yep, you
going
can-
through? Brielle will let her hair down finally and just relax and enjoy that breeze.
And especially being like on top of a large hill as you are, you can feel it pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
As
I
you
forgot
kind
we were on a
of
hill.
wind down further between the larger buildings of the city, the breeze, you can't really feel it as well anymore. And you head towards your inn.
Brielle, you should get some pants like these. They're nice. It's like the wind like goes through them. It's nice. We can go back to where we bought the fabric. Wait, was that there? I don't remember where it was. I'm lost. I think.
As you get closer to the market ward, a lot of the shop stalls you had seen previously have been either gone completely or totally
Yeah, they're
closed
shut
up, and the
down.
goods are
Yeah.
gone. The tent
Aw.
poles of the Red Bazaar are still there, but all of the goods are gone.
Brielle will sign to Gilly to tell her it's okay. It's fine. I don't need new pants.
Brielle says it's okay. She doesn't need new pants.
Oh, okay.
But thank you for the suggestion.
Yeah.
Hey Ryan, what's your passive perception?
16.
Okay, cool. Can I see your character sheet for a second?
Oh. It's not usually a good sign when
Good luck reading that chicken scratch.
Guys, Montwood's dead. He's dead for real.
Can I see your pencil? Yeah.
Either something's being taken away from me or something's being smoked onto me.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Because that wasn't obvious at all.
The panic like darts Ryan's head as he's looking for what's there
Well, it makes
or
me
not
curious
there.
if Kyle didn't even change anything. Because I know Kyle well enough.
That's true.
Let's troll Ryan.
You're, I had some really good dice rolls. Ryan's trying to figure out what I changed.
Yeah.
My handwriting is just as sloppy as his.
It is pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, mine's really bad too, so.
I see it. Alright, that's fine. I don't care. I figured it out.
Did you?
About as many as could fit in a small fist.
Mm-hmm.
By that I mean I rolled a d8.
Gosh darn kids.
So you guys make it back to the inn, a little bit later in the coin purse department, but the inn, the restaurant part, the seating area, it is full of people. It's not like every single table is taken by any means, but it is very, compared to what you've seen earlier, it is very, very packed. But that's a pretty decent crowd, right? There's a steady buzz in the room of voices and talking, but no loud shouting or boasting, no slamming of fists on wooden tables. There is no random bards playing their instruments badly, hoping to get coin. Rixer, what about this scene you're about to change?
Oh, I'm trying to remember. Is there like a fireplace? Is there like a fireplace?
No, there's no fireplace.
Is there any... What's the lighting like? Is it like from overhead?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll just find a table closest to the bar that's open.
You can find one reasonably
And
close, yeah.
kind of just like lead everyone that way. Like, oh, I found a table. We're going to sit over here. And then after I sit down, like, I thought you'd like this spot, Gilly. It's as close as possible so they don't have to walk as far for your food.
Gilly is like admiring her free meal coin. He's going, that's a great idea. I love this table.
Cool. Food comes, a waiter comes, then food. Not food, then a waiter. That's not the correct order of operation. You guys are able to order. You're able to get a good dinner. Gilly is probably not satisfied with the single plate that her coin will provide her, but at the expense of 5 silver pieces per plate, Gilly could per plate.
You see, I'm trying to calculate the maximum number of plates she can get.
This is per day.
Yeah, that makes way more
Yeah,
sense.
my table is 5 silver pieces per day for this level. So I'm going to say that one place can be 2 silver pieces.
I can see Gilly being like, just let me go back there. I'll fill up my own plate.
Or like the buffet.
Right.
The buffet is empty when she's done.
Right.
Right. Gilly will show restraint and purchase only 1 extra plate of food.
All right, it is fantastic. It is delicious.
Where's the cake?
You guys order a cake, and it takes a while because they don't have this like prepped, and they have to kind of bake it.
Okay. That's
it's a bit
fine.
more expensive, but you're able to procure
How much is a cake?
a whole cake for your table.
Is it like a copper piece, a silver piece?
It is a silver piece for this
Okay.
cake.
It better be a damn good cake.
It is a very good cake. It is a very dark chocolate with there are nuts in it
Mm.
and some sort of fruit as well.
Mm.
It's very dense.
Spike fruit.
It's not spike fruit.
So, you purchased the cake?
Yeah.
Gilly openly weeps and says, "Thank you. I love cake."
Does anybody else want cake?
Brielle will eat a piece of cake.
It's mine. No, just kidding.
Look at Richard cuts slice for the three of us and then pushes the rest of the cake to Gilly.
Yeah!
All right.
I like Gilly.
Is that in character?
Yeah. I'm assuming that we've been probably drinking or able to drink
Yes.
at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, Rickster's definitely had a few with how long we had to wait for the cake. And
The drink of choice. They have some other. They would call it exotic drinks, but realistically, that's like what they're calling exotic is stuff that's from that you guys would be most familiar with.
Right.
Oh.
Up in the north. But so if you're looking for their basic version, not like ale, it's a drink called Tej, and Tej
That sounds familiar.
is an amber-colored fermented drink made from honey.
Ooh,
It is more popular in Schult than beer. A mug of Tej costs 4 copper pieces. There's also the option to buy it by the 1-gallon cask if you so choose.
how much is that?
I was gonna say, how much is a gallon?
2 silver pieces for a cask, a 1-gallon cask.
Brielle will drop the money for that,
Yeah. Nice.
and then we can split it.
And she shares.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
share it while
Awesome.
we're sitting around the table.
Yeah, you have purchased a gallon of Tej.
How much you say that was?
2 silver.
2 silver.
So after doing his part to help empty the gallon, Rickster's shyly asked, Gilly, are we friends?
Oh, of course we're friends.
Insight.
Does Brielle like to have friends? Do you
Uh,
think she'll be my friend?
Brielle's just
she's right. She's right here.
like, I'm
I
right here.
don't wanna ask her.
Oh, you're like right next to Gilly.
Yeah, like them to like try to like whisper and
You know, Gilly will kind of lean away from Brielle and get closer to Rickster. She has like a hard outer shell,
like a turtle.
sort of. I was going for like a truffle.
A spike fruit.
I
And
don't know what a truffle is.
oh, okay. So kind of like a turtle, yeah. But on the inside, it's like a soft, nougaty center. So you
Like
just
there's the like the heart and other stuff inside that's soft. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I mean, you just kind of get to know her a little bit, and then eventually, maybe she'll be your friend. But I think she'll be your friend.
Okay. Just got a scary tattoo. I don't like it.
Oh, that's nothing.
Okay. Completely believe you. Nothing. It's fine. Well, I'm glad you're my friend.
I'm glad you're my friend.
I
And-
would compare Brielle to a spike fruit, but I'm worried that the orc will try to peel.
And then Rickster will lean over to Mom and be like, I'll be your friend too. I'll carry you when you fall asleep.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thanks so much. Sorry for the inconvenience of having to do that.
It's fine with me. I've already got to carry this fruit and got a lot of stuff in my bag, and it's okay.
Let's face it, I'm carrying this whole group.
All right.
Yeah.
As Canon, Rickster's a leader.
No, there's a reason why I'm playing Rickster. I mean,
Danny, you're just destined to be the leader in every game you play in.
no. I mean, if you guys put Rickster in that position,
Oh man.
we'll get to that TPK so much faster.
Or you'll stay in the city forever.
That's true, too.
We can't die if we don't leave.
Right.
We've been here for 4 episodes now.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah.
We're
And
planning
it's-
on staying for another day.
And it's finally coming to the end of your first
First
actual
day.
day in Port Nine-Zaro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I assume that after your, I don't know, camaraderie and your friendship building, you're going to head back to your respective rooms and get some sleep? Did you guys leave anything in your rooms the first time you were in there?
Nope.
No.
Nothing at all. Okay.
No.
I don't think I would have.
Okay.
I don't
And I
think we.
carried
I don't
the
think
fruit
we.
with
I
me.
think we just got our keys and left. I don't think we even went up to rooms because I remember asking if anybody wanted to go to their rooms, and then I think nobody did.
Okay.
Right.
So
That's fine.
I do believe we left.
Cool. All right. Well, we're gonna end it here. I think next week, the sun will dawn on day 2 in Port Nine-Zaro, and we will see what kind of fresh, interesting adventures it brings.
Ooh.
Yeah. So until next time, thank you for joining us at our table. Hey Ryan, if people want to find us on social media, where can they do so?
Ryan's just deer in the headlights right now.
Monday Night TPK.
That's the name of the podcast.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
On Facebook and Twitter and Instagram
And the YouTubes.
and the YouTubes.
If you're on the YouTubes, check out Above the Table Games. I think that's where our stuff is posted to.
Yeah, I wrote it
Okay.
down this time.
All right. All right. So that is all we have. This looks like it's going to be a pretty long one. I hope it was enjoyable. I hope it was worth it.
I had fun.
I had fun.
Yeah.
See you
Rickster had
next
lots
time,
of fun.
folks.
Friendship.
Good night. Does your rat look like a normal rat?
It looks like it's dusty.